Welcome back to consecutive day of 1029 of a Diary of a Runpreneur. And today I want to talk to you about springing forwards. So please do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 1029 of a Diary of a Runpreneur, and today's topic is springing forward. Now, it's a little bit of a coincidence, or that I'm feeling anything but like springing forward at this moment in time, because yesterday evening there was a fundraising event for a little girl who's terminally ill, and it's a really cool charity. Cool's probably not the right word, but a really needed charity, which is called Safe Haven for Caitlin. Now I know the father of this little girl, and she suffers with Batten's disease, which is a genetic disorder. It's incurable. She's I think approaching 10 now. I think she's possibly got 3 or 4 years left of her life as a predicted life expectancy. It is just a horrendous disease, and the charity is for giving her the best standard of living, as her standard of living will, she'll degrade basically over the coming years. I think she's been registered blind. She's got very partial vision at this moment in time. I think early stage children's dementia. There's fits and seizures as well, which will inevitably happen over the coming years as well. And it's about giving this little girl the best standard of living, i.e. the accommodation, the support, everything she needs to be a child. I mean, it's very sad when the rare privilege in life of being a child and just having fun and doing things the kids do gets taken away from you in circumstances like this. So it's a charity that I'm really strongly passionate about supporting, because it's heartbreaking, to be honest with you. But so we were at a fundraiser last night, and to cut a long story short, it was a great event. It raised a lot of money, but there was a lot of alcohol consumed, so I am struggling today. Hence, springing forward is probably the polar opposite of how I feel. I probably feel like lying back rather than springing forward. But anyway, the reason for the topic today, as I've been off on a tangent, is springing forward. Is the way I remember about the clocks changing in the UK. So the UK is one of the very few countries that changes their clocks throughout the seasonal changes throughout the year. I'm not entirely sure why it does it, to be honest with you. I think there's been a lot of kind of debate about quashing it and stopping it, but it's something that's been embedded in history in the UK, that every spring, towards the end of March, our clocks go forward an hour, so we lose an hour overnight, and then every October, towards the end of October, the clocks go back 1 hour. So what that ultimately means, it shifts the periods of daylight that we have. So I'm running today at 7 in the evening, and the sunset today is at 22 minutes past 7, and it will continue to stretch out through towards the end of June before the nights start drawing in again, and then they really draw in when the clocks go back in October. So how I remember these changes is because people always get mixed up whether the clocks go forward or whether they go back, and the way I remember it is spring forward and you fall back. So obviously the season of spring, you spring forward because that goes together, the word forward and spring, and in autumn, in the fall, we fall back, we don't fall forward. So that's how I remember it, and that's the reason the topic today. And I love today because it's the end of the winter running season, as I see it. The hardest thing about running in winter for me is the shortened daylight hours, so you always feel rushed and pressured to squeeze your run in, the horrible weather conditions. It gets really cold, conditions are normally pretty bleak. So as soon as you get to where the clocks go forward, you've got a lot more time to run in, i.e. the sun doesn't set till 22 minutes past 7 today, and it will get out to past 9 o'clock in the evening as we get towards kind of June. So it means that you can squeeze your run in a lot more leisurely when you feel ready to run, and it's quite nice running late in the evenings. I do feel it's quite a nice way to wind down. So it's a really motivational part of my year, because running doesn't become such a chore between now and October. So I get to October again and the clocks fall back, that when I have to brace myself for another 5 months of winter running, which is never particularly pleasant. And you can use it as it might be just you get an extra hour of daylight every day, but it just makes you feel more positive, and that can be a catalyst for so many things in your life, personally, business based, for anything. It just gives a positive vibe. Everybody generally feels that little bit happier, that little bit nicer. Whether sun normally comes out a bit more often, and we get beautiful evenings like tonight. It probably looks a bit glum on the video, but the sky has got all sorts of different shades. It's quite dark over there, it's fairly light over there, and you've got kind of purples and oranges and reds and blues and greys in the sky. It's quite attractive. So if you can see over there, you probably see what I mean. But it's just an uplifting day, and I like to use this and piggyback this feeling and drive everything in my life forward in a positive manner. So the moral to the story today is, if you're doing running streaks, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you're running streak in the UK, about when the clocks go forward and the positive impact that gives you, that you get an extra hour of daylight to squeeze your running throughout the day. It's huge to a run streak. But more importantly, it's the sign that we're well and truly into spring. The weather's going to warm up, the days are longer, the sun's going to shine more often, and it just creates a positive vibe. And if you can piggyback that and use it as a catalyst in all areas of your life, it's always a great way to push yourself forward in a positive way. So I hope that's useful anyway. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do remember to give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. As the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.